Good morning, grade 3, and a warm welcome to the English class. Well, children, today I want you to move to page 11. Please open your textbooks to page 1111, paragraphing in non-fiction writing. This was our first lesson in the beginning of the year. Who were the Vikings? Now I know many of you are going to scream and shout and say, "Ma'am, we have done this. Children, there's a reason why I'm doing this again, okay? Just pay attention. We will just do a quick recap. Paragraphing in non-fiction writing. Okay, now children, what's a paragraph? A paragraph is a group of sentences about one main idea. Now, what's the main idea? Main idea was the different aspects in the topic. Let's see, when you read, I think you can recall. Having paragraphs in non-fiction writing makes it easier for readers to follow. Children, imagine if there was no paragraph. Okay, you're reading this lesson, Red Riding Hood. And it's just, one page. There are no paragraphs. It's so difficult for a reader to follow. Okay, Red Riding Hood is a small book. But as you've seen, children, Treasure Island, okay, what we are doing is only a small extract. It's the entire book. So we need paragraphs. Paragraphs are very important so that readers follow it very easily. Now, when we begin a new paragraph, when do we begin a new paragraph? When we write a different aspect of the topic. Aspect is a main idea. We show a new paragraph has started by starting a new line. Children, this a new line, okay? When you are starting the new paragraph. In the Viking, there are 6 paragraphs. The Viking has written about 6 different aspects of the topic. Now, children, see here, we had this, okay? There were 6 paragraphs, okay? And there were 6 main ideas. The first paragraph was where the Vikings came from. Okay, if you read, children, quickly you could pause the video also, or later also you could read the entire and try to see, children, if you can identify what's the main idea. I'm sure you'll get it. Okay, then the second paragraph was difficulty of life at home. Then the third paragraph, you remember, children, of the long boats. They had described how the boats were. They were used for fishing and hunting and how they were made, how long they were. And then there were trading boats. Then paragraph 5 was how far they traveled. And finally we had where they settled in new lands. After that, children, we had this exercise. You remember, these were notes. Now, children, as I told you, notes, they are not full sentences. They are just like phrases. So you had this and then you had to write paragraphs. Okay. What did we do? We wrote 3 paragraphs on this. Children, these notes were given to you. You will have to open your notes, the June, your old book. I think most of you have gone for the second book. So please open. You will have these notes with you. Okay. So then we made notes on this. So that's a little brief of what we had done. So I want you to go through this again. Why you will go through this again, children? Because today's topic, now you will know why we revisited that topic again. The reason is, children, now in Treasure Island, we have paragraphing in fiction. Okay? The topic is again, but here it is paragraph in fiction. And there we had, what was the text about, children? The Vikings. Quickly open your text here. Open this. Who were the Vikings? That was a non-fiction writing. Correct? Children, what's the meaning of non-fiction? A literature which is based on facts and real events. And this one, what we are doing, Treasure Island. Look here, this is paragraphing in fiction. This is fiction and this is non-fiction. Now, what's the meaning of fiction, children? Writing that describes imaginary people and events. I think not most, everyone knows now what's a fiction, what is a non-fiction, you know what's an extract. So you have learned new terms. Very good. So now let's see children paragraphing in fiction. Now, a paragraph is a group of sentences about one main idea. The same thing, children. There, what did we do about the Viking? The main aspects of the paragraph. So it is the same thing, one main idea. Okay, it was discussed, children, what is the main idea. You could refer to your notes all about main idea. Having paragraphs and stories makes it easier for readers to follow. The same thing what we read there. Okay, we need paragraphs, children. Otherwise, it is very difficult for a reader to understand if there are no paragraphs. Right? It structures and it is well organized. So readers are not lost. Now, we show a new paragraph has started by indenting the first line. Indenting is, children, what is the meaning of indenting? Yes, come on quickly. What is the meaning of indent? All of you know this, children. Indent is, to indent a line of writing is to start it further from the edge. You leave some space, okay, and then you start maybe 2 finger space. That's the meaning of indenting the first line of every paragraph, okay. We always start a new paragraph when a different person speaks. Children, sometimes there are 2 or 3 characters. Similarly, in this lesson, if you see, there are many paragraphs, okay. When you have the next person speaking, we move to the next paragraph. Look here. It's very clearly mentioned. I have done this when I had done the lesson. So you need to recall, children, so things will be easier for you. Look here. Dr. Livesey, I can't make head or tail of this. So we had a new paragraph. It's very clear to me, cried the squire. This is Billy Bones' account book. Right? Now, we often start a new paragraph in a story when the setting changes. Okay, children, many stories, children, the setting, if you see, change. Take the example same of Red Riding Hood. Okay, first you had it in her own home where her mother is giving her a basket. Then she's in the forest. Then she's in a grandmother's house. Okay, so setting is place and surrounding where a story takes place. When the time changes, children, look here, very important. When the time changes. Now, what's the meaning of time, children? This also we have done, time phrases. Children, if you look at old stories, the traditional stories, how do they start? Once upon a time. Okay, now time phrases. Who could remind me where we have done this? We have learnt this. Yes, come on. Who can remind me time phrases? Where have we done this? We have done this in Eric the Viking. Remember? In the beginning of a tale, hundreds and hundreds of years ago. See the story, children, how is it beginning? One day is all time. That night. Remember, children, while explaining, we had compiled the time phrase. Okay? As your homework, children, I'll give you this so that you read the text and you find the time phrase in this lesson. So it will become easier for you so that you can understand and get familiar with the terms again. So that's the time changes. When a time changes, also we have a new paragraph. Now, we also start a new paragraph when the setting stays the same. Children, sometimes the setting is the same. But what will happen is the character will do different things. Like over here, we had the squire looked at the papers. Okay, that was a different thing. Then what did we have? Squire Trelawney sprang to his feet. Okay, he jumped up, seeing the map. Right? So children, slowly just go through your notes. First you start with that chapter, Eric the Viking, who were the Vikings. Go through that and then you start reading this and you will get this. Okay. Now what I have done, children, I have made just simple notes for you. What you are going to do is, see here. Children, I have written here what's a paragraph. These are group of sentences within a longer piece of writing that have a common theme or topic. That's your main idea, the aspect of the paragraph. Now, why is structuring important? Why is it important that we organize our writing as it is given over here? Okay, why did we say paragraphing in stories makes it easier for readers to follow? So, structuring a piece of writing into well-organized paragraphs makes a text easier for the reader to understand. The reader can understand. Then children, we have paragraphing in fiction writing. Paragraphs in fiction stories often signal the passing of time. These are, your children, your time phrases in a narrative sequence. Writers use time phrases to show this, such as, you will have such time phrases: in the morning, later that day, the following week. As I just now told you, children, of Eric the Viking, 100 years ago. Okay, all those are time phrases. Then in narrative, paragraphing can also be determined by the change of location. For example, at the airport, when he arrived, like I gave you the example of Red Riding Hood. Right? And this is when a new paragraph is when the character speaks. When a different character speaks. Now, how many characters we have in this story, Treasure Island? Okay, you don't know the whole book, but in the extract, you know how many characters were there. So you see, children, there were different paragraphs when the character spoke, and even when the character does different things, as we just read in our text. Now, what's an indent? To indent a line of writing is to start it further from the edge of the page than other lines, often to indicate the beginning of a new paragraph. Children, I will post this. Please read this. You may even write it for your reference so that you understand it better. Now, children, let's start with the exercise. Let's start with our task. What task they have given us is, yes. Okay, now what I want you to do is, I want you to read the first paragraph. Please read the first paragraph. Children, it is the same way as I showed you that story. Okay, the Vikings. We had done paragraphs the similar way. We had notes. Okay, now here too we have notes, and now we are going to write them in paragraphs. Yes. Please read, children. Keep your fingers when you are reading. Keep your finger when you are reading. Think, how would you make notes on this? Sorry, how would you make paragraph? They have asked us, here are some notes about what happens next in the story. Read the notes carefully. So first we will write paragraphs. Okay. Use these notes to write 3 paragraphs about what happens next in the story. So just with the notes, we just can't write the next paragraph. So first what we are going to do is, we are going to write paragraphs. Yes. Any thoughts coming into your mind? How would we start, children? Think. So well, children, any thoughts? Any thoughts coming to your mind? See, children, this is the book. Remember last time also I shown you. Okay, so we are doing the first paragraph. Now, children, I hope you have read this. I told you to pause and to read this, because then if you read this only, it will help you to write your paragraph. Now, children, look at this. Now, you will not know these because this is just an extract. You haven't read this book. Children, if you could, please purchase, or you could order it online. You know, it's a nice book. Last year we read it in the class and the children really enjoyed it. Okay. So, yes. how would you start this? Okay, let me just first give you a background. Okay, first one, the name of the ship. Children, you know they wanted a ship. Okay, so this was the ship which helped them to reach the island. Okay, I think the same picture is given here if you look at it. So it was a ship which helped them to reach the island. They were going to search the treasure island. So Hispaniola, that's the name of the ship, and the captain, the person in charge. You need somebody, no? Otherwise, how would you sail? So the captain over here, these are all fictional characters, children. He is Smollett, Captain Smollett. Then you had Long John Silver. Children, this Long John Silver, actually he's a pirate. Okay, as you read the story, slowly you could identify his character. So Long John Silver, he handles all the food and drinks during their voyage. Voyage is their journey. Okay, these are two other fictional character, and Hispaniola is the name of the ship. So that's a little brief of the background. Now let's start. Come on. Children, I have written it here so that it's easy for you. So you could compare it. Okay, keep your book like this open and then you compare it. Compare the notes. This is your note and this is your paragraph. So the next day, Squire Trelawney found a ship for us. It was called the Hispaniola and the captain's name was Smollett. He also met a man called Long John Silver who he took on as the ship's cook. Right? So you got your first paragraph. Now children, move to the second one. Come on. Yes, read the second paragraph. Sorry, read the second notes. Read the second notes, then only you will be able to write your paragraph. Read the notes. Children, you could pause the video also. Pause it. Read this in your mind. Try to understand now how will you write a paragraph. Any ideas? Come on, this should be simple, children. We have done it. Yes, so how would we start this? Keep it like this, children, so that it is easy for you. This one, let's do it together. All the crew arrive, set sail. After some days at sea, see the island. Can you see this? Wait, let me just move this book. Yes, I think now you can see it. While looking, seems to be deserted. So, let's start. Soon, all the crew arrived. And we set sail. See here, children. Look here. And we set sail. Okay. So, and we set sail. Oh, children, I have made a mistake. You see here, I have not, you need to indent, correct? I have not done that. So, I just cancel this and I will start here. Children, see, very important, no? We just now learned because it's a next paragraph. So, I need to indent. Indent is what? I just now explained, where you leave space in your next paragraph. Generally, we leave 2 finger space. Okay, so let's start it again. Soon, if it was in class, all of you would have screamed and shouted, ma'am, you have to leave 2 finger space. Okay, soon all the crew arrived. And we set sail. Now can I put a full stop here? Yes. Now children, look at the next one. Come on, read. After some days at sea. Yes, so let's start like this. After some days at sea. What will I do, children, after sea? I need to pause, so I'll put a comma here. Okay? We saw the island. We saw the island. Now you can put a full stop here. Now third sentence, children, come on. Very simple. Read, read. Read the notes. Yes, it was wild. Wild, children, you put a hyphen over here. While looking. Because see, they have also put here. Be careful, children, in English. Okay. It was wild looking and seemed to be deserted. So we are done with the second one. The first one we are done. This is your second one. Children, see the mistake what I did. So don't make this mistake, okay? So now for the third one, you will do the third one yourself, okay? The third one will be individual work. I think you should be able to do it. First and second one I have done. Third one you should be able to do it. Children, I will have a recap. I will revisit this topic again in Zoom. So please go through it and try to understand what is a paragraph. I will even post this. Okay, so you could go through this. What is a paragraph? What is indent? What is the time phrase? All this fiction writing. So your homework would be, you're going to write the third paragraph yourself. So that's all, children. See you. Enjoy your learning.